this week's recap of Dancing with the Stars.
It was the most memorable year of life.
It's the most memorable year of their life. Make sure you bring the tissues.
But does it give them life?
It does.
All right, so let's get right to it.
Oh, this is always an emotional week.
It is. Why beat around the bush? Nastya and Derek.
They're up first. Her most memorable year was 2008 when she won the gold medal in Beijing. That was so awesome.
Her parents were there. Her parents are both gymnasts. And she wanted to recreate that moment tonight.
And she didn't even tell them that it was going to happen.
Yeah.
It was a surprise. And her grandparents were in the audience. So that was really cool.
Yes. They danced to Dark Eyes.
I guess that was her music
tango.
From her floor routine, right?
Probably. And this was beautiful and awesome and
it really
perfect.
was gorgeous. And those
technically
lifts.
beautiful.
Oh my God.
Those lifts were to die for.
Yeah.
To die for.
I'm going to have to agree with Len, though, that I felt like there could have been more connection, more passion in there. It was just very icy.
It was very robotic, but a beautiful robot.
A beautiful, gorgeous robot.
Beautiful shapes. She was making shapes that ballroom dancers wish they could make because she's a gymnast.
Yeah, there was some amazing stuff going on there.
But WTF, Len, an 8.
An 8?
An 8?
What? I think I still would have considered giving that a 10,
yeah.
even without the emotion.
36 for them. I think they were robbed.
That was really low.
Yeah.
It was really low.
All right. Well, the first couple in Jeopardy, Michael and Peta.
Yes, they revealed the Jeopardy couples as the show went on tonight instead of just at the end.
I hate that they're doing this. I wish they would go back.
So nerve-wracking for the couples.
I wish they would go back to the way they were doing things and just say it at the end.
I guess they need some filler throughout the show. You know, they're dwindling down the numbers.
I guess. All right. Well, his most memorable year was 2014 when he came out. But
that was a big deal.
Yeah.
It was a really big deal as a college football star.
Building up to that, his brother was killed, his mom and dad broke up, the dad left, and he just started to have a relationship with his father again before he came out. But after he came out, his dad was like...
That was the end of it.
That sucks.
That's really sucky. I feel so bad for him.
Yeah. So they did a Roomba. I don't know what it had to do with...
The song was not My Father's Son.
Oh, okay.
So
yeah, but I mean, the dance didn't really translate.
Yeah, I just feel like, I feel like he was really great at being vulnerable this week.
Yeah.
And really putting himself out there, showing a lot of emotion. I could definitely see it as he was performing.
But the actual dancing part was kind of...
I wasn't really feeling this routine.
Yeah. It was jerky. He didn't have that continuous motion like you would have in a Roomba.
Yeah.
The judges were gushing over him, though.
I don't know. I think he was very brave to do what
absolutely.
he did. But
absolutely.
Dancing, not my favorite of the night. But they ended up with a 30.
Yeah. All right. Well, another couple in Jeopardy. Same grouping. Riker and Allison.
What?
Really?
I guess he just doesn't have the fan base because I definitely think of him as a front runner in this.
Unless he wasn't really in the bottom.
Yeah, I can't remember if they said or not if that was the actual bottom.
All right, well, his year was 2014, which is when his singing career took off.
Hey, that's us on the radio! That was a cool home video to show.
Yeah, I like that.
And his whole band / family was in the audience.
Yeah.
So that's pretty neat.
Yeah, it's really cool that you can be in a band with your family.
Hanson,
I love that. Yeah.
The other ones. All those other ones.
They had a tango, and there were some really great moments in this.
I loved that they danced to Shut Up and Dance.
Yes.
Loved it.
But that's not really a tango song, is it?
Well, that's what this show's all about.
Yeah. All right, well...
I feel like what Julianne said really rings true. They are a couple that pops. They have a lot of fun. That fun is infectious.
They have a lot of chemistry, too.
I thought there were some good moments in this routine, but the hold could have, used some work.
Yeah.
And also, I felt like his legs weren't under him enough,
Yeah.
There was something weird there. He was leaning back a little too far. It could have been because their hold wasn't right. So
they were
he was
too
kind of
close.
like,
Yeah. All right, so 34 for them, which really isn't that shabby anyway.
No, that's a good score.
All right. Robert and Kim, America's Sweethearts.
They really are.
Middle-aged sweethearts.
I love watching these two.
You know, they're really, their enthusiasm is just infectious. Robert's eyes are so blue, and like you could just fall right into them.
Dive right into that pool.
I could.
The thing that's special about them, though,
such a sweetheart.
I feel like when we see these types of like, are they or aren't they things, it's all with like really young people.
Yeah.
And it's refreshing to see it with, you know, a more mature couple.
Daddy's still getting his groove on. All right, so don't go there.
Okay, you're the one who said it.
I mean, all you out there watching. It's 2006.
This was
His
very
mom died
emotional.
of cancer. It's still very, very raw for him, and I feel so bad for him.
I was gonna lose it. This
I know.
waltz was dedicated to his mom.
And it was beautiful. This was one of his her favorite songs. He said she used to dance around the house to this song.
I think they danced to Last Waltz.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it was beautiful.
Yeah, it was gorgeous.
Really was.
I like that it was really just like it was a waltz. There were no tricks, no gimmicks. It was just a beautiful
Classy.
waltz.
And he is really improving from week to week.
Yeah.
He really is.
His strength is definitely in the ballroom dances.
Yes. So they got a 34. Good for them. Did you see in Entertainment Weekly? Everybody got pregnant after they watched their dance last week.
I don't know about that.
Oh, yeah.
All right, next up,
I'm
Chris and
expecting
Whitney.
in 9 months.
Chris and Whitney, up next.
2015? 2014?
I guess technically they filmed The Bachelor in 2014, right?
I guess. Well, it's all about The Bachelor.
That was the year that he met his fiancée. Have you seen his fiancée?
Well, I saw that he had one before her and it didn't work out, so I'm wondering if this one's gonna work out.
Why you gotta be like that?
Just saying.
So he danced a rumba.
And
Love.
he didn't do much in this one, did he?
Yeah, you guys know, I'm like really trying to root for him because like I feel like he tries so hard and I'm such a big Whitney fan.
I'm a huge Whitney fan, but you know what? I think he expects a pass a lot of times.
I don't know.
Because of
I don't
his
think
fan
he
base.
expects a pass. I think he tries really hard, but he's just not a natural dancer, you know?
Well, in the words of Len, it wasn't that great.
Ugh, yeah, I mean, there wasn't even really that much for him to do.
He didn't do much at all.
Those turns seemed a little less awkward, so that was cool.
Okay, 27.
27.
Lowest score of the night.
All right, next up, Patty and Artem.
1973, when her son was born.
Oh, this was so sweet.
It was. They did a jazz number.
To
and
one of Patty's own songs.
She rocked it out, as she always did. She got her standing ovation. Was this her best? Leave it in the comments. I think it might have been.
Yeah, this number had a lot more content than she usually has, and I thought she did a great job. She looked great.
She did look great.
I thought it was...
And she was having a great time,
Yeah.
so good for her.
I thought it was great.
I thought it was a little low, though, a 30.
I thought that was pretty fair.
All right, well, Rumor and Val were up next, and 2014 was her year, which was last year, when she finally let all of the haters go.
Good for you, Rumor.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
She accepted herself for who she is. She was inspired by her sister Tallulah, who was in rehab, I guess, at the time. You know, just be you. Just be Rumor.
I can't imagine what that would be like growing up in the public eye like that.
Well, especially in the shadow of your parents.
Yeah.
Like, you didn't do anything at all.
Yeah, like, she doesn't want to be there necessarily.
No.
It's crazy.
So, they did Turning Tables on a turntable.
Yeah, they danced a waltz to Turning Tables, and I thought there was a lot of emotion there, a lot of passion.
It was lovely.
I was a little bit confused because that song doesn't really have waltz timing, so I was just like, how is this fitting together? What?
That's all part of the show.
I know, but it just left me a little puzzled. But I thought it was a great number.
35.
All right.
I really, well, no, I'm not going to compare them to Nastia and Derek, but, you know, one was more technically better without the emotion, and one was more emotional without the technical. So.
Yeah, I think Rumor had a lot of good technique, but definitely
Yeah.
It was carried by the emotion, I feel like.
Absolutely. Suzanne and Tony. Oh, these two.
Ah! Tone Bones!
1977, when she landed the Three's Company gig.
It's just that classic story. I was about to quit, and then I got the call.
Exactly. And this one was for John Ritter. I love that.
I love John Ritter.
He was the best. You know,
Rest
I
in
can't
peace.
imagine what he would be doing now if he was still alive. I mean, far too young. So they did a foxtrot, and it was as Chrissy and Jack. I mean, as much as Tony could be Jack Tripper, right?
There's only one Jack Tripper.
Exactly.
I like the little skit that they did in the beginning. I thought
Yeah.
that was cute. I thought the routine had some good content in there.
Yeah, I thought, you know,
It was a solid foxtrot.
she's not horrible. She's
No.
she's in great shape. She's got some moves.
She could be pulling some great stuff, and I think Tony is, you know, working more content into the routines, and I think it's going really well.
Good for them. 28. Now, the next and final couple in Jeopardy is Willow and Mark.
What?
I'm a little surprised.
I'm a little surprised with multiple couples in Jeopardy
Yeah.
tonight.
All right, so this was 2011 for her. She's only 14. There's only 14 slots you can pick.
But obviously, 2011, the Hunger Games, come on.
Hunger Games!
Yeah, so they were dancing a contemporary dance, and
Don't cry, kids. The Hunger Games isn't real.
it's not for real.
Mark Ballas did not
You're
die
not going to have to attend the reaping. I loved this. I thought this was super,
I thought it was
I
fantastic.
don't know, like, I don't want to say artsy, because that's such like a vague term, but like,
It was innovative.
I liked how they incorporated the whole, like, the canon with the pictures and everything.
Yes.
But, I mean, the dancing was phenomenal, too.
Yeah.
And she has improved so much.
I still can't get over the fact that she's only 14.
Yeah.
I feel like
It's
this
insane.
was her week to come and blossom.
Mm-hmm.
Because the other weeks it was just like, oh, Willow, she did a good job. That was okay. You kind of forget that she's even on the show. But this week, she really became a force to be reckoned with.
Yeah.
So
She's
they
definitely
got
a dark horse.
a 39.
Oh, wow.
3 10s.
Good job.
Not a 10 from Len, though.
It wasn't.
All right, closing out the show was Noah and Sharna.
This was also super emotional.
2005, he lost his arm and his leg, and he was depressed, and he was drinking, and he was like, I gotta get my S together. I've got to get my life in order.
For those beautiful children.
Oh, beautiful. I could lay there and just feel sorry for myself, or I could get up and I could make a difference.
Kick ass.
Exactly. So,
So much respect for him.
yeah, they did a contemporary, and it was beautiful.
It was.
I mean, yes, he doesn't have the vocabulary that everyone else has.
Thank you, Carrie Ann.
After all, he is a haiku. You are a haiku! In my culture, he's so strong. He really is really strong. And I think that is part of the beauty of him, because he can be so strong.
But he's also very gentle.
Yes.
He's a great partner for Sharna. They work
Yeah.
so well together.
Yep. 32 for them. And she knocked his tooth out.
Yeah, we didn't really see that. We saw a brief glimpse of it in one of the little packages before the commercial. She knocked his tooth out in rehearsal. That's crazy.
Ugh. All right.
Ow.
I know.
So let's talk about the bottom three this week.
Well, we were just kidding. Willow and Mark are actually safe. So the not necessarily bottom two is Michael and Peta, and Riker and Allison.
Oh my gosh.
So unfortunately, Michael and Peta were sent
Yeah.
home.
I think he just didn't have the fan base.
No. So next week, though, you'll give me that Disney!
Oh my god, I'm so excited!
This is one of our favorite weeks.
I love Disney Week. Did I also hear him mention team dances?
Really? Next
I'm not sure
week
if it's
or the week after?
Next week or the week after, I'm not sure.
Might be the week after.
Might be the week after.
Yeah. All
But
right.
Disney night, I'm so excited.
Let us know what you'd like to see for Disney night.
Do you think the right person went home this week?
And who do you think's in trouble for next week? And who was your favorite? I always love when people say,
So many questions!
This was my favorite. You know, answer all or one of the above or any combination, and we'll be happy. So until next time,
Much love.
Edit.